I still wake up on my side of the bed, leaving room for the ghost of the things that you said. The kitchen is quiet, the kettle is cold, just another morning of growing old. I found your old sweater in the back of the hall. It still smells like the Sunday we had it all. Now it's just fabric, and I'm just a man trying to fix what I don't understand. We had the map, we had the drive, we had the spark to stay alive, but the road hit a bend that we couldn't see, and suddenly us became you and me. We were a fire that ran out of air, a beautiful secret that no one could share. I built you a home out of whispers and trust, but the gold in our pockets just turned into rust. Now I'm standing here watching the shadows get cast, just a heartbroken witness to why we didn't last. The pictures are still in the frames on the wall, smiling as if we weren't destined to fall. I wanna reach out, I wanna go back to the night before everything faded to black. But your phone is a desert and mine is a stone. It's funny how heavy it feels to be alone. We traded our alloys for maybe someday, then watched as the maybe just drifted away. It wasn't a scream or a slamming of doors, it was the silence that settled on our wooden floors. It was the space in the bed getting wider each night, until we stopped trying to put up a fight. How do I unknow the way that you breathe? How do I stay when you had to leave? We were a fire that ran out of air, a beautiful secret that no one could share. I built you a home out of whispers and trust, but the gold in our pockets just turned into rust. Now I'm standing here watching the shadows get cast, just a heartbroken witness to why we didn't last. No, we didn't last. The clock kept on ticking, the world moved too fast. I'm sorry for everything and all that I asked, but most of all, I'm sorry that we didn't last. We didn't last. We didn't last. The coffee's cold on the nightstand, just where you left it yesterday. I'm tracing outlines with my hand of a ghost that's learned to walk away. You said we were the forever kind, a promise written in the sand, But the tide came in and left behind a hollow heart and empty hands. And you let me go like a breath of air, like I was never even really there. You cut the anchors, you snapped the line and left the wreckage of what was mine. I was fighting for us, I was holding on tight while you were planning your exit in the middle of the night. The hardest part of the truth I know is how easily you let me go. I'm still rewinding every word, searching for the why and when, for the warning signs I never heard before the us became an end. Now the silence is a heavy sound, ringing through these vacant halls. I'm still waiting for you to turn around, but you're just shadows on the walls. And you let me go like a breath of air, like I was never even really there. You cut the anchors, you snapped the line and left the wreckage of what was mine. I was fighting for us, I was holding on tight while you were planning your exit in the middle of the night. The hardest part of the truth I know is how easily you let me go. They say that time is supposed to heal, but it just feels like a slower bleed to realize that the way I feel was never really what you need. You didn't even hesitate, you didn't even try to stay. I watch the seasons bleed into each other from the window where we used to watch the rain. I saw you find the arms of another and wash away the shadow of my name. The calendar is bleeding out in numbers while I'm still freezing in that January night. I'm the only one who didn't wake from slumber. I'm still waiting for a wrong to turn to right, because the world kept spinning like it didn't care. The sun came up and found me standing there. Everyone's moving, everyone's free, but time is a river that stopped for me. You found your peace and you found your man. You wrote the start of a brand new end. While every promise that we made was spoken, you got stronger and I stayed broken. Tried to sweep the pieces in a pile, but the edges are too sharp for me to touch. I haven't seen a mirror in a while, because I'm scared I haven't changed that much. I still leave a little space upon the mattress. I still listen for your key inside the door. It's a long and lonely, bitter kind of practice to love a ghost who isn't coming back no more. Because the world kept spinning like it didn't care. The sun came up and found me standing there. Everyone's moving, everyone's free, but time is a river that stopped for me. You found your peace and you found your man. You wrote the start of a brand new end. While every promise that we made was spoken, you got stronger and I stayed broken. And I stayed broken. They say the cracks are where the light gets in, but I'm just leaking out from deep within. I'm not a survivor, I'm just the remains of a heart that's still rattling these empty chains. You didn't just leave, you took the repair and left me gasping for a breath of air. Yeah, you're laughing in the sunlight now. You figured out the when and how, but I'm still here, the same old token of a love you left completely open. And I stayed broken. Yeah, you moved on. I stayed broken. I'm looking at the photo on the mantle, the one where we were laughing at the sky. I'm holding on to more than I can handle, just trying not to ask the question why. I felt the temperature begin to alter. I felt the distance growing in the dark. I watched the way your footsteps started to falter, until the fire was nothing but a spark. It wasn't like a storm or a collision. It wasn't like a sudden sharp decline. It was more like losing focus in my vision, until I couldn't tell your hand from mine. I tried to tighten up the grip I had. I tried to bridge the miles in between, but things went from the good into the bad in the quietest ways I've ever seen. It didn't break, it didn't shatter, it didn't fall down with a crash. It wasn't us, that didn't matter. or a flame that turned to ash. It was a slow and steady sliding, like the shore beneath the bay. While I was fighting, you were hiding, and love just slipped away. I'm reaching out for something in the covers, but the space beside me is so wide and cold. We've turned into a pair of ghost-like lovers in a story that will never quite be told. I didn't hear the door click in the casing. I didn't see you packing up your heart. Now I'm just standing in the fog and chasing the very moment that we fell apart. It didn't break, it didn't shatter, it didn't fall down with a crash. It wasn't us, it didn't matter, or a flame that turned to ash. It was a slow and steady sliding, like the shore beneath the bay. While I was fighting, you were hiding, and love just slipped away. If it ended with a scream, I'd have a reason for the pain, but it was like a fading dream, or the drying of the rain. You didn't leave a footprint in the sand, you just drifted from my open hand. No goodbye, no grand cliche. I just looked up and you were gone. Love just slipped away. Slipped away. I don't scream your name into the canyon, or break the plates against the kitchen floor. I've become a quiet, still companion to the shadow leaning up against the door. I go to work and talk about the weather. I take my coffee black at 7 a.m. I've learned to keep the frayed edges together, so no one sees the ghost of what has been. I see a car that looks just like your old one, and for a second my heart forgets the truth. I reach for a hand and find a cold one. The empty space is biting and uncouth. I don't tell my friends understands how much it's hurting. I don't let the tears fall in the light. I just keep the heavy velvet curtain drawn across the windows of my sight. I miss you in the pauses of a conversation. I miss you in the static on the radio dial. It's a slow and steady silent devastation, hidden right behind a practiced smile. I'm not crashing like a wave against the shore. I'm just a candle burning low and blue behind the lock of every heavy door. I quietly miss you. It's the loudest kind of silence that I've known. The way the air feels heavy in the hall. I'm a king on a cold and hollow throne, watching shadows dance upon the wall. There's no explosion, there's no grand goodbye, just the slow evaporation of you and I miss you in the pauses of a conversation. I miss you in the static on the radio dial. It's a slow and steady silent devastation, hidden right behind a practiced smile. I'm not crashing like a wave against the shore. I'm just a candle burning low and blue behind the lock of every heavy door. I quietly miss you. So if you see me walking down the street, looking like I finally made it through, just know with every person that I meet and every single breath that I pull through, I'm missing you. I'm just doing it quietly. I'm still sleeping on the left side, leaving room for a ghost in the house where we promised the things that mattered the most. I haven't moved the picture on the shelf by the door, but I don't recognize the people in the frame anymore. We had a blueprint for a life that would never decay, but the foundation crumbled in a slow, quiet way. I used to swear I'd know the sound of your heart in a crowd. Now the silence between us is getting too loud. We built a kingdom out of secrets and wine, but I guess we were living on borrowed time. We were a season, we weren't the year. We were a whisper that nobody could hear. I fought for a fix while you settled for done. Now I'm just a shadow looking for the sun. We were a spark that couldn't stay clever. We were falling loud. We were ink on the contract of our future is blurred, lost in the static of every unspoken word. I see you out walking, and you look so composed, like a book you finished with the cover stayed closed. Was it easy for you to just tear out the page, to leave me behind like a bird in a cage? Forever is a heavy word to carry alone, when the person who said it is turning to stone. I'm unlearning your habits, I'm unlearning your name, but the ghost of your touch is a flickering flame. We weren't a tragedy, we weren't a crime, just two different people at the wrong point in time. We were a season, we were the year, we were a whisper that nobody could hear. I fought for a fix while you settled for done. Now I'm just a shadow looking for the sun. We were a spark that couldn't stay clever. We were for now, we were for never. No, we weren't forever. Just a beautiful lesson I had to learn, a bridge that was built just so it could burn. The clock keeps on ticking, the world's getting clever, and I'm finally realizing we weren't forever. We weren't forever. I tried to scrub the sin of you from every card sheet. I tried to find a brand new path on every city street, but there's a stain upon the floor where the sunlight used to hit, a ghost of where you used to stand, and I can't brighten it. They told me time would bridge the gap and turn the red to gray, but time is just a hollow room where I'm forced to stay. I've bandaged up the what we were and hidden every scar. I've driven miles away from us, but I never get too far. I thought the wound was closing up, I thought the worst was through, but everything I touch today just leads me back to you. Oh, I thought it was a scar, but it's still an open vein. I'm drowning in the wreckage of a slow and steady rain. Every time I hear your name or see a shade of blue, the bandage falls away again, and I am soaked in you. The world says I should be okay, that I should be set free, but your memory still bleeds all over me. I saw a coat that looked like yours For a second I forgot we don't do this anymore. The ache came rushing back so fast it took away my breath. A quiet kind of haunting, a living kind of death. I'm wearing out the carpet, pacing circles in the hall, tracing every shadow that you left upon the wall. It's not a jagged lightning strike, it's not a sudden crash. It's the way the fire lingers in the cold and heavy ash. It's the how are you from friends that makes the heartbeat skip. It's the taste of your goodbye still sitting on my lip. I'm stitching up the pieces, but the thread is getting thin. How do I stop the memory from leaking back in? Oh, I thought it was a scar, but it's still an open vein. I'm drowning in the wreckage of a slow and steady rain. Every time I hear your name or see a shade of blue, the bandage falls away again and I am soaked in you. The world says I should be okay, that I should be set free, but your memory still bleeds all over me. It bleeds into the morning, it bleeds into the night. I'm trying to find a way to heal, but I've lost the will to fight. I'll just let the colors run until the floor is stained with the only part of you that's actually remained. Your memory still bleeds, it's still bleeding. I'm still avoiding that corner cafe on 5th and Main, and I still get a shiver at the mention of your name. They told me by December the air would feel brand new, that I'd find a way to breathe again without the thought of you. But the calendar is lying, the seasons are a cheat. I'm still standing in the wreckage, admitting my defeat. I've learned to smile for the cameras and play the part so well, building up a heaven to hide this quiet hell. I tell my mother I'm doing fine, I tell my friends I've moved, but I'm still walking in the rhythm of the life that we once proved. Oh, the world kept on turning, but I'm stuck in the stall. I'm still waiting for your shadow to stretch across the wall. They say that time is a doctor, that the heart is made to mend, but I'm still living in the moment that I knew we had to end. I didn't get stronger, I just got better at the shooting. The truth is I never healed. I tried to date a stranger, let him buy me a glass of wine, but his laughter was a static that didn't sound like mine. I kept looking for your habits in the way he held his glass, watching for a ghost in every stranger that would pass. It's been 1,000 mornings since you walked out of the light, but I'm still shivering from the chill of that final Friday night. Is there a secret to forgetting, a pill to dull the sting, or am I just the bird that forgot how it's supposed to sing? I've patched the holes and painted over every single crack, but the house is still leaning toward the road that leads you back. Oh, the world kept on turning, but I'm stuck in the stall. I'm still waiting for your shadow to stretch across the wall. They say that time is a doctor, that the heart is made to mend, but I'm still living in the moment that I knew we had to end. I didn't get stronger, I just got better at the sheet. The truth is I never healed. No, I never healed. I'm just a little more quiet now, I'm just a little more hollowed out. I'm still bleeding in the places that I promised I would close. I'm still loving the version of you that nobody else knows. Yeah, it's 2025, and I'm still waiting to survive. I never healed. Porch lights flickering, a rhythm out of time, like the way your heartbeat used to sync with mine. The moving busters look like headstones in the hall, shadows of a life we built now leaning against the wall. I found your coffee mug, the one with the chipped rim. The kitchen's getting darker as the afternoon grows dim. I reached out for the door handle, then let my fingers fall. Funny how the loudest move is saying nothing at all. And oh, we were an inch away from forever, a single door from staying together. We had the map laid out, we had the anchor weighed. We were right at the threshold and we almost stayed. But almost is a ghost that's gonna haunt this empty room, a flower in the garden that forgot how it should bloom. We were so close to home, just a heartbeat away. Oh God, we almost stayed. Do you remember when we painted this whole bedroom blue? You said it felt like sleeping in the sky when I'm with you. Now the paint is peeling back like a secret left to rot, and I'm memorizing corners of the things that we forgot. I saw you check the rearview mirror as you pulled onto the street, like you were looking for a reason or a way for us to meet. But the blinker kept on clicking and the distance grew so wide, while the version of us that survived was crying deep inside. Forever, a single door from staying together. We had the map laid out, we had the anchor weighed. We were right at the threshold and we almost stayed. But almost is a ghost that's gonna haunt this empty room, a flower in the garden that forgot how it should bloom. We were so close to home, just a heartbeat away. Oh God, we almost stayed. One more I'm sorry, one less I'm right. Could have kept the stars from falling out of sight. I had the words in my throat like a stone I couldn't throw. Why is it so easy to stay, but so heavy to let go? The key is on the counter, but the door is still ajar. I'm standing in the doorway, wondering where you are. We almost silence is the only thing that's preached. Just a footstep back, just a breath held in. But the almosts are the hardest wars to win. Yeah, we almost stayed. I still reach for your hand when the car turns a corner. I still leave a little space on the left of the bed. It's the ghost of a habit, a beautiful torture, repeating the things that you never quite said. I bought 2 coffees from the place on the landing. Then I remembered I'm drinking for one. Now I'm just a shadow in the doorway standing, watching the damage that we haven't undone. Because you felt like everything, every single thing, the air in my lungs and the song I'd sing. You were the horizon where my world would start, the steady, quiet rhythm of a heavy heart. Now everything is a word for a hole in the wall, for the silence that echoes through the back of the hall. How do I breathe? How do I even try when you were my always and now you're goodbye? There's a film of dust on the records you gave me, and a sweater of yours that still smells like the rain. I used to think that your memory would save me, but it's just a sharp, familiar kind of pain. They say that time is a healer, a master, but time is a thief when it's moving this slow. I'm running from ghosts, but they're only moving faster, and I'm losing the only life I used to know. Because you felt like everything, every single thing, the air in my lungs and the song I'd sing. You were the horizon where my world would start, the steady, quiet rhythm of a heavy heart. Now everything is a word for a hole in the wall, for the silence that echoes through the back of the hall. How do I breathe? How do I even try when you were my always and now you're goodbye? Is there a place where the earth still exists, outside of the darkness and the cold morning mist? I'd trade every forever just to have one more now, to unbreak the promise and unbreak the vow. But the world keeps on turning like it doesn't even care that I'm reaching for someone who's no longer there. Staring at the table, at the side where you'd sit, tracing the wood where the sunlight would hit. house is too quiet, it's a deafening sound of a love that took flight then crashed to the ground. I didn't see the distance growing like a crack in the glass. I thought we were the kind of story that was built to last. But I looked up one morning and the fire was gray, and I realized I've been watching you drift away. I didn't just lose a lover, I didn't just lose a friend. I lost the only version of me that knew how to mend. I lost the we and the hours and the plans that we made. I'm standing in the light, but I'm lost in the shade. I searched every room, every memory we trust, but the gold that we gathered is turned into rust. It's a different kind of hollow, a different kind of cost. I didn't just lose you, baby, I lost us. There's a photo in a frame by the bed on the floor, where we're laughing at something we don't remember anymore. Now I look at those faces and they feel like strangers, two people who didn't see any of the dangers. We stopped talking in forever and started talking in if. Now I'm standing on the edge of a jagged old cliff, wondering which word was the one that broke the seal and made everything we built feel so surreal. I didn't just lose a lover, I didn't just lose a friend. I lost the only version of me that knew how to mend. I lost the we and the hours and the plans that we made. I'm standing in the light, but I'm lost in the shade. I searched every room, every memory we trust, but the gold that we gathered is turned into rust. It's a different kind of hollow, a different kind of cost. I didn't just lose you, baby, I lost us. Is us a place you can never go back to, or just a ghost that I'm forced to talk to? I'm mourning a person who's still breathing air, but the us that I loved, she's no longer there. I didn't just lose you, baby, I lost us. I lost the good mornings, I lost the good nights, I lost the makeup kisses and the stupid little fights. Now it's just me and the ghost of a trust. God, I didn't just lose you, I lost us. I stood in the front row and watched the confetti fall. I cheered for the toasts and the dancing in the hall. I've been the witness, the shoulder, the friend, the one who believes in the means and the end. I've kept my heart open like a door in the storm, waiting for someone to keep the tea warm. But the porch light is flickering, the street is so still, and I'm starting to think that I never will. I've memorized the poetry, the meant to be lines. I've looked for the omens and followed the signs. I threw every coin that I had in the well, but I'm still the only one with a story to tell. I've seen the way eyes lock across a dark room, like a sudden explosion, a flower in bloom. I've reached out my hand just to touch the white hem, but it seems like the magic was saved just for them, because love is a lottery I didn't win, a beautiful city I can't wander in. It picks out the names and it calls them by grace, but it never looks down at the look on my face. I've got so much to give, so much left to say, but the stars always point in the other direction today. Maybe I'm just the shadow that the lucky ones see. It feels like love looked around, but it didn't choose me. Is there a flaw in the way that I'm made? Am I a color that's destined to fade? I'm not asking for perfect, I'm not asking for gold, just a hand that won't let go when I'm gray and I'm old. But the silence is heavy and the answer is clear. The great invitation, it never arrived here. it calls them by grace, but it never looks down at the look on my face. I've got so much to give, so much left to say, but the stars always point in the other direction today. Maybe I'm just the shadow that the lucky ones see. It feels like love looked around, but it didn't choose me. So I'll blow out the candle and lock up the gate. I'm tired of being the one taught to wait. I'll survive in the quiet, I'll learn to be free, but it hurts to remember that love didn't choose me. No, love didn't choose me. I've mastered the art of the how have you been. I've painted a smile where the cracks used to begin. I moved through the grocery store, filling the cart like a person who hasn't been torn clean apart. I talk about weather, I talk about work, I hide every shadow where your memory might lurk. The world thinks I'm standing, they think that I'm fine, that I finally drew a straight, permanent line. But then I see a car that looks just like yours, or I hear a soft click of the neighboring doors. Maybe it's just the way the light hits the floor, reminding me you don't live here anymore. One minute I'm breathing, the next I'm a ghost, caught in the things that I miss the most. The strength that I've gathered, it's thin as a thread, and I'm back in the silence of everything we said. Because I still break inside, I still break deep, in the middle of the day, in the middle of sleep. The glass never settled, the pieces are sharp, they're playing a threnody on the strings of my heart. I can look like a mountain, I can look like a stone, but I'm a cathedral that's been left all alone. You'd think after a year the healing would ride, but every time I hear your name, I still break inside. They say that it's over, they say let it go, like it's a suitcase I'm choosing to hold. But you're in my blood and you're under my skin. How do I stop letting the memory in? I'm a house made of cards in a world full of wind, just trying to find where the after begins. I still break deep in the middle of the day, in the middle of sleep. The glass never settled, the pieces are sharp. They're playing a threnody on the strings of my heart. I can look like a mountain, I can look like a stone, but I'm a cathedral that's been left all alone. You'd think after a year the healing would ride, but every time I hear your name, I still break inside. It's a quiet collapse, a slow hidden fall. I'm still leaning my back against the ruins of the wall. I'm okay, I'm okay. That's the lie that I've tried. But if you look in my eyes, I still break inside. I still break. I still break inside. I'm still drinking from the mug you cracked in June, tracing the fracture, humming our favorite tune. The closet's half empty, the air is too still. I said I'd move on, but I don't think I will. I'm replaying the tapes of the way we began, before the forever slipped right through my hands. Now the silence is heavy, a weight in my chest. I'm tired of trying to give us my best, when your best is a ghost that won't let me sleep. And these are the promises you didn't keep. You were enough once, you were my world. The boy with the secrets, the girl with the curls. You were the reason I breathe through the night, the only thing wrong that felt perfectly right. But enough started fading like ink in the rain, until all that was left was the shape of the pain. I hate that I'm standing here clutching the dust of a heart that was whole when it only held us. I saw your car idling down on Main Street. My heart did a rhythm it shouldn't repeat. I almost reached out, almost called out your name, but the look in your eyes wasn't quite the same. You look like a stranger who knows all my fears. A decade cascade of us washed away by the years. Was I not enough for the version of you that needed a change or something brand new? Did I love you too much or not quite the right way? Now I'm screaming the things that I never could say. You were my home, now I'm just passing through, looking for pieces of me inside you. You were enough once, you were my world. The boy with the secrets, the girl with the curls. You were the reason I breathed through the night. The only thing wrong that felt perfectly right, but enough started fading like ink in the rain, until all that was left was the shape of the pain. I hate that I'm standing here clutching the dust of a heart that was whole when it only held us. You were enough back when the light hadn't died. You were enough before you chose the other side. Now I'm just enough for a heart that is blue, and I'm learning to live in a world without you. Yeah, you were enough once. Once was enough. The photographs haven't moved an inch on the wall, but the smiles in the frames feel like they're starting to fall. We stopped sharing breakfast, then we stopped sharing news. Now we're just two shadows with nothing to lose. It wasn't a landslide, it wasn't a roar, just the sound of a key softly turning the door. I didn't see the bridge burn, I just felt the cold, watching the story we scripted grow old. It wasn't one moment that tore us in two, it was 1,000 small sunsets of me losing you. We fell apart slowly like leaves in the fall. One day we had everything and nothing at all, a crack in the glass that we chose to ignore, until we couldn't remember what we were fighting for. No sudden goodbye, no dramatic goodbye, just the slow quiet fading of the light in your eye. We didn't just break with a crash or a blow, we just let the fire go out in the snow. Your side of the bed is a kingdom of dust. I'm learning to breathe through the ghost of our trust. We traded our secrets for polite how are yous. Now we're just a habit that we're bound to lose. I remember the way that you used to reach out, and now there's an ocean of silence and doubt. I keep looking back for the place where it changed. When did our We fell apart slowly, like leaves in the fall. One day we had everything, then nothing at all. A crack in the glass that we chose to ignore, until we couldn't remember what we were fighting for. No sudden goodbye, no dramatic goodbye, just the slow, quiet fading of the light in your eye. We didn't just break with a crash or a blow, we just let the fire go out in the snow. Brick by brick the wall grew tall, inch by inch we lost it all. It's the quietest kind of heartbreak there is, to wake up and realize we're no longer his and hers. Yeah, we fell apart slowly, and I never even heard us break. Just a slow mistake. The tea kettle whistles and cuts through the air, but it can't drown the ghost of you sitting right there. I've stopped checking my phone for a text or a call, but I still hear your footsteps go down the hall. I've rearranged furniture, painted the room, but I can't scrub away the scent of your perfume. The neighbors are laughing, the city is loud, but I'm lost in a quiet that wears like a shroud. Funny how noise can be empty and hollow when yours is the only one I wanna follow. I hear you in silence, I hear you in sleep, in the secrets I promised that I'd always keep, in the click of the latch, in the wind through the leaves, in the steady slow rhythm a lonely heart weaves. You're the static between every song on the radio, the echo of places we said we would go. The world thinks it's quiet since you said we're through, but I'm deafened by everything that sounds like you. I went to the market and bought fruit for two. I'm still out of practice at not being us and you. I hear your critique of the movies I pick, the way that you'd laugh at a bad magic trick. It's a haunting that happens without any ghosts, just the things that a shattered heart misses the most. Is it a memory or just a cruel trick? The silence is heavy, the silence is thick. I'm screaming your name just to hear something real, but the quiet is all that I'm allowed to feel. Yet even in nothing, your voice finds a way to tell me all the things that you didn't stay to say. I hear you in silence, I hear you in sleep, in the secrets I promised that I'd always keep, in the click of the latch, in the wind through the leaves, in the steady slow rhythm a lonely heart weaves. You're the static between every song on the radio, the echo of places sit in the dark till the morning light breaks, listening to all of my biggest mistakes. It's so loud in this house, it's so loud in my head, where I'm replaying every word that we said. I hear you in the space where you were. I hear you, and the silence is pure. The loudest sound I've ever known is being here, listening alone. I watch your taillights bleed into the fall, like the final entry in a travel log. I'm standing on the porch where we used to dream, watching our forever run out of steam. The key is on the counter, the ring's in the drawer, and I don't recognize this house anymore. The floorboards are cold and the hallway is wide, since you took the sunlight and stepped outside. They say that it's better to have loved and lost, but they never mention the staggering cost. They don't tell you how much the quiet can scream when you're waking up solo from a two-person dream. Love left me here in the wreckage and rain, with a map of a city that only leads to pain. It packed up its bags and it walked out the door, left me wanting the one thing I can't have no more. I'm a ghost in a garden where nothing will grow, just a heart-shaped crater in the middle of the snow. Yeah, love found a way to disappear, and it left me broken. It left me here. I'm checking the mailbox for letters you won't write. I'm keeping the lamp on to ward off the night. Every song on the playlist is a jagged little pill. I try to stop breathing, but my heart beats still. It's a cruel kind of rhythm, a stubborn old sound, like a clock that keeps ticking while the house burns down. Was I just a station where you stopped for a while? Just a temporary home, just a flickering smile, because love moved on like a midsummer storm, leaving me freezing while you're keeping warm. I'm anchored to shadows, I'm chained to the past, while you're finding a now that you're hoping will last. the map of a city that only leads to pain. It packed up its bags and it walked out the door. Left me wanting the one thing I can't have no more. I'm a ghost in a garden where nothing will grow. Just a heart-shaped crater in the middle of the snow. Yeah, love found a way to disappear, and it left me broken. It left me here. It left me here with the empty chairs. It left me here with the unsaid prayers. Now the dust is settling on the life we knew, and I'm just the person who used to have you. Yeah, love's gone, but I'm still here. I'm still here. Just me and the silence in the year of 2025. Still here. I'm looking at the calendar, circling the day, the one we whispered about when it felt like fate. We had the venue picked, the colors and the wine, back when your hand felt like it was grown into mine. Now the champagne's sitting dusty on the shelf, and I'm learning how to celebrate by myself. We built a castle out of promises and sand, but the tide came in quicker than we planned. I thought we were the exception to the rule, but time has a way of making us look like fools. We didn't make forever, we only made it here, to the end of the road and the edge of a tear. We ran out of oxygen, we ran out of time. Before we could finish the mountain we had to climb. It's a beautiful tragedy, a story half read, 100 I love yous that'll never be said. I guess some stars are just meant to burn bright, then disappear into the middle of the night. We didn't make forever. I walked past the park where you first asked me why, underneath the bruising of a 2024 sky. The world keeps on turning, the seasons still change, but everything about my life feels bitter and strange. Your chapter I'm forced to leave open and wide, while you're writing a new one on the other side. Was always too heavy, for us to hold? Did we let the fire get a little too cold? I'd give back the memories just to lose the regret of a future that hasn't even happened yet. We were almost there, we were almost home. Now I'm just standing on the doorstep alone. We didn't make forever, we only made it here, to the end of the road and the edge of a tear. We ran out of oxygen, we ran out of time. Before we could finish the mountain we had to climb. It's a beautiful tragedy, a story half read, 100 I love yous that'll never be said. I guess some stars are just meant to burn bright, then disappear into the middle of the night. We didn't make forever. We made it to goodbye, we made it to pain. We made it to standing alone in the rain. But forever is a bridge that we'll never cross. It's just a word now, buried in the lost. No, just for a moment, we didn't make it. I still reach across the mattress in the dark, to a space that's cold and quiet now. The smell of your cologne is fading from the sheets, but I'm not ready to let it go somehow. Coffee pot still brews 2 cups by habit. I watch the steam rise up and disappear, just like the way you promised you would stay, before the silence was all I had to hear. I don't just miss you, it's deeper than a hollow. It's the weight of every shadow on the floor. I'm haunted by the ghost of what we used to be, and the way your key won't turn inside the door. It's a heavy ache that with it galley beats, in every pulse and every breath I'm taking. I don't just see your absence in this house, I feel you missing and my heart is breaking. Saw a car that looked like yours today. For a a second I forgot we were through. I started practicing the things I'd say, to tell you all the things I've done without you. But then the light turned green and you weren't there. Just a stranger driving toward a different life, and I'm left standing on the corner of we were, cutting through the memories like a knife. They say that time is supposed to be a healer, that the jagged edges soften into gray. But every sunrise is just a cruel reminder that you're another 24 hours away. The world keeps moving loud and fast and bright, while I'm just a statue in the pouring rain, trying to find the us in every night, but only finding echoes of the pain. I don't just miss you, it's deeper than a hollow. It's the weight of every shadow on the floor. I'm haunted by the ghost of what we used to be, and the way your key won't turn inside the door. It's a heavy ache that with it gully beats in every pulse and every breath I'm taking. I don't just see your absence in this house, I feel you missing and my heart is breaking. I feel you missing in the hallway. I feel you missing in the air. I reach out for a hand to hold, but there's nothing there. No, there's nothing there. Just the sound of my own heart breaking. Left the porch light burning late again, forgetting you're not coming around the bend. I caught myself leaning to the right to find your hand in the middle of the night. The closet's half empty, the air is too still. I try to move on, but I don't think I will. There's a ghost in the steam on the bathroom mirror. The less you are here, the more you feel near. I'm walking through crowds, but I'm miles away, stuck in the silence of things I didn't say. They tell me that healing is a matter of time, but I'm still losing a mountain I thought we would climb. In every shadow, in every room, in the scent of the rain and the winter's gloom. You're with me when I close my eyes. You're the bitter truth and the sweetest lies. I've tried to untie every knot that we tie, but there's nowhere for a broken heart to hide. I'm standing you're still with me. You're still with me. I saw your handwriting on a dusty page, a message of love from a different age. It's a physical blow, it's a catch in my breath. This love is a life that's outliving its death. I still take the long way to avoid our street, but I still feel the rhythm of your heart's steady beat. It's a haunting I've learned to call my own, the heaviest weight I have ever known. If I let go of the pain, do I let go of you? That's the one thing I don't think I can do. So I keep the ache and I keep the sting. I'd rather have the hurt than have nothing. You're with me when I close my eyes. You're the bitter truth and the sweetest lies. I've tried to untie every knot that we tied, but there's nowhere for a broken heart to hide.